Of course, Noah Lyles is in the eye of a storm. He started the week gloriously when he clinched the gold in the 100-meter dash in a photo finish. And right after that, there were talks of Lyles doing the double, making this an epic games edition for the American. And all the buzz was just as resounding when he stood at the start of his mark ahead of the 200-meter race. But the self-appointed heir of Usain Bolt flattered to deceive. He finished third, but that's not the only reason why he's in the news. It was later found out that Lyles had run the race despite testing positive for COVID. Now here's what's happened. Team USA were aware of his positive status even before Lyles took to the track. And he did not show any signs of it though, no signs of being weak. He looked pumped, came bounding onto the tracks, getting the crowd all excited. It looked like business as usual from Lyles. The race itself was rather close, though not as nerve-wracking as the 100-meter dash. Botswana's Letsile Tebogo finished the race in 19.46 seconds. Noah Lyles crossed the finish line in 19.70, but even before the winner could be hailed and the race could be properly reviewed, everyone's attention was drawn to Lyles, who crumpled down onto the floor and within minutes was carried off in a wheelchair. After Lyles won the 100-meter dash earlier this week, he tweeted about his condition and how he struggled and battled asthma and anxiety to come out on top. But this was worse. Lyles had just run an Olympic race battling COVID too, in his condition of having asthma. That's deadly.
I was coughing through the night. I'm more proud of myself than anything, coming out here to get a bronze with COVID. I was quite lightheaded after that race. Shortness of breath, chest pain, but after a while I could catch my breath and get my wits about me. I'm a lot better now.
He, of course, displayed exceptional strength and stamina, no doubt, but many have come out questioning why Lyles was allowed to run alongside other athletes despite having COVID. But what do the rules say, and what's Paris' status regarding COVID positive cases? Let me tell you, in the past 2 weeks alone, at least 20 players at the village had tested positive for COVID, which included key players like British swimmer Adam Peaty, Australian swimmers Lani Pellister and Zach Stubbletty-Cook, among many others. In fact, during the entire Games, at least 40 athletes have tested positive for COVID. Now, at the Tokyo Olympics, there was a strict protocol set by the organizers as the pandemic was still at its peak. Organizers of the Paris Games had decided to relax the rules when it came to COVID, dropping all previous COVID protocols. Now, COVID is basically seen like any other respiratory illness, such as the common cold or the flu. It's up to the athletes and the teams, though, to determine for themselves how to prevent the infection or protect themselves and prevent the spread. In Noah Lyles' case, the US team said they followed every possible measure to ensure there was no spread of COVID. But did Lyles follow all of these measures? Well, you cannot possibly mask up in a sprint, certainly not when you're asthmatic, but he didn't maintain distance with the other runners either. He shook hands with the gold medalist, even hugged him. Lyles even interacted with other athletes after the race. So clearly, some criticism was bound to follow. Now, while Lyles may have shown utmost strength and resilience by running despite being down with COVID, he definitely did not show restraint or any regard to his fellow athletes, is what they feel, some of whom are yet to compete in the 4x100 meter and 4x400 meter relays. And while Lyles' Olympics campaign might have come to a premature end due to COVID, he did say that he might not be able to take part in the relays later. His fellow competitors are still fighting for medals, so his nonchalance did anger many. But more than that, Lyles' attitude seems to have irked them more, because before the 200-meter run, Lyles had gone to town talking of how he will wipe everyone out of the race by winning it. No wonder the gold medal winner, Tebogo, took a bit of a cheeky dig at Lyles.
I can't be the face of athletics as I'm not a loud or arrogant person like Noah.
The one thing I want to add here as we wrap this story up, the race should have been about a country winning its first ever gold medal, a historic moment. A gold medalist who just lost his mother, going all out to win this for her. Instead, it's about an American who, sure, is one of the most talented runners in the world today, but whose lack of civic sense and ill-timed bravado seems to be hogging the headlines.
Climate change is on our doorstep. It's time for a revolution to take root. And it starts with 1.4 billion Indians. It starts with one tree for humanity, one tree for Mother Earth, one tree for our future. Project One Tree, a News 18 network initiative.
Across continents, one powerful news source.
Bringing you diverse perspectives on the issues that matter.
We go beyond the boundaries to give you that little extra about every sporting moment.
So thank you for making Firstpost 5 million strong. We're counting on your support, and you can trust us to bring you the news unfiltered and unvarnished.
On the show today, the T20 World Cup bandwagon fans moved across to the West Indies. What can you expect from this?
Hello, I'm Alison Green, coming to you from Durban, South Africa. Today we have a special show.
Start with a report on India's shifting nuclear posture. The first time since India officially became a nuclear power.
Hello and welcome to Firstpost.